We're back. We are back. Hopefully you guys can hear the group. Wait until there's people actually, whatchamacallit, in here to test it. But anyways, let's get back to the game. Def, let me know if you are watching, if everything, I'm gonna text her actually, if she can check. Okay. Alright, so Pelennor, I was asking before my audio stopped working, does anybody have healing? And it looks like Glanthrin does. Is that what I missed, I'm assuming? Is a little cure
Yeah,
wounds? Alright.
absolutely. Yeah. So,
Okay.
um, I just there's a bit of energy left in this old man, and just like whispering a few words, like in the same, just that sort of quiet muttering, like, and it just whispers him back to life, with a whole 2 points of healing.
Mm. And you know what? Two is two. No, that's not how
More
math
than
works.
zero.
It's more than zero. It's not any amount times zero, but it's more. So, yeah. So Pelennor, you wake, but you are feeling awful. Um, you probably can't even remember what just happened because it happened so fast, and fucking smacked you in the noggin pretty hard. But you awake and rise to your feet.
Let's see here. Do. Does anybody does anybody else need healing? Or is it just me?
I believe that's just you, friend.
At least not as badly,
Okay.
probably.
Alright, well cool. I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Excellent.
And heal myself 15.
Oh, hell yeah. Wow, that's a lot for healing. Oh, okay, third level, but still, that's pretty good. Here we go.
And then let's see here. Do.
Okay, we're back to being good. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for sticking in with the technical issues. Okay, so yeah, Pelennor, you're still not feeling awesome, but Raza and Glanthrin have definitely healed you up significantly compared to where you were at before, which was on death's door. And it looks like another 7 is going to help you out even more as Raza hears your call and responds hastily back, as he always does.
Cool. Yeah, alright. I've got only 2 first level spell slots right now, guys.
Yeah, I'm I'm on
That's all you
cantrips.
need.
I'm on cantrips and just sheer force of luck. So
And to remind you guys, well, I guess not necessarily remind you, but to tell you, as you climb up the stairs, the omnipresent rust-colored gas mixture of rocks and minerals and poison is still there as you reach the top of the stairs. And you
love
do
it.
know that has been interfering with your ability to rest 100%.
Alright. Well, I guess we continue on.
Okay. So as you guys reach the top, you see this room. This is a spacious, vaulted hall, weathered and cracked from the ravages of time. The walls are charred and scoured. Scattered around the floor are several stone statues of baboon-like creatures, chipped and tipped over. The remains of a few once living baboons, partially eaten, lie nearby, with fungus covering their corpses. And those guys are just sort of right here in the middle of the chamber.
See this?
You
Oh,
can, but
never mind.
if you go up to the top of the stairs, you'll see what I'm talking about. Roll initiative.
Ooh, could I quickly get control of my token.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'll also allow you to move up to where Pelennor is before we roll initiative.
Okay, very cool. Let me see if I
Here,
can figure out
no, it's on me, and I'm fixing it right now. Let's see here. There we go. That should do it. But it also looks like your dynamic lighting is not up to date. You've got a light spell on something, right? Or
I
how are
do
you
on my
seeing?
staff.
Excellent. So we're gonna give you vision. Vision's a great thing to have. Um, so let's go ahead and give you some bright lights, and your light spell goes 60 feet. That sound right? Or I think it was. Yeah, I'll give you 60, whatever.
20-foot radius.
Oh, 20 foot. Okay. Well, that's probably
I
better in a
mean,
lot of situations.
Dim for
we're
an
just
additional
starting to
20.
say numbers now. So.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're all going to be clumped together anyway. All right, but there we go.
Okay, I just want to make sure you could see, my good man. So that's obviously better. And then we've got a 17 initiative roll for Pelennor, and we need one from Theobald and Glanthrin as well, as I roll poorly. And I'm likely going to go last. Oh, although I shouldn't necessarily say that, I guess. All right, so looks like we're going to have Pelennor going first. Pelennor, let me go ahead and read what you see as we begin this initiative here. So, ahead, something spherical floats in the air at about chest height. The sphere has a central eye and about a dozen tentacles growing out of its top. Each appendage has a white sphere with a black pupil at its tip, and it seems to be floating towards you. And with that, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you would like to do, sir?
Well, the smart thing would be to try to have a conversation with this monster because I know what it is. But Pelennor is a hammer.
This creature looks vile, to say the least.
Right? And so Pelennor is gonna hit this motherfucker with There we go. Sacred Flame. Oh wait, hang on. Can I take that back?
Sure.
I want to hit it with Firebolt.
That's going to be a hit. So
sweet.
as the firebolt strikes the creature, you see its eye moving around in the center of its body, and it slowly starts to float towards you. But as it does, the firebolt connects, and the entire thing instantly explodes as if popped like a balloon. And as that happens, you see an explosion of spores come out of the creature. And it's like a green gas. And as that's happening, so let me just look at a quick radius thing. 20 feet of it. It's like right here. It's like right here, center here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so it does not reach any of you as it explodes. You guys are out of initiative. You see this creature ominously floating towards you before Pelennor just instantly snuffs it out. And like I said, it radiates this noxious-looking gas, but it dissipates by the time it gets to you guys. And you are out of initiative. What would you like to do?
I think it's only right we take a look around this room.
Makes sense.
All right, what are these points of interest here?
So you see that there are these baboons with mushrooms growing out of their bodies, partially eaten on the floor, basically right over where the creature just exploded. These little stars are representing various baboon-like creatures. They're not exactly like baboons. They're somewhat larger, but most of them are lay in shattered pieces on the ground around you. In addition to that, you see scorch marks on the walls, and at first glance, that's about it, other than the fact that there's a hallway that continues west.
They're stone, right?
Correct, yes.
The baboons. Okay.
Yeah. However, the ones that are on the floor all are look more like actual baboons, not like these stranger, larger creatures. But they're very much so dead, and they have these mushrooms growing out of their corpse.
I think sensing that time is sort of always continually clicking out, um, Glanthorn would probably be more likely to just want to push through, like only stick around and stay back if, um, like something of particular interest um, catches his eye, or he notices something that might sort of like help them as they continue.
That makes sense. But yes, you do know that this gas is continuing to poison you guys, and you can't really comfortably rest. So seems logical to kind of want to get out of this situation as quickly as possible. All right. So where would you guys like to venture, or what would you guys like to do?
I want to come here,
Okay.
but
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like kind of like make sure I'm not step anything that's gonna have a giant mill wheel come after us.
That's fair. Why don't you give me a perception check as you continue forward, and anybody else that would like to do that's in the front can do so as well.
Perfect, will do.
So the two of you and the three of you, I should say, continue onwards and don't see anything other than what I described in the chamber. You do sort of notice, however, that some of the scorch marks are on the wall, or that are on the wall, seem to have just appeared from that explosion. And an educated guess would lead you to believe that likely similar explosions are where the other scorch marks came from. You continue west down towards this large hallway, and as you continue onward, I'll let you still use your 20. You don't have any, you don't see any traps or anything. But you do see that the hallway forks into two different directions.
Ugh. Choices, choices.
You see that it forks back off to the south, the one directly to the west of you, and then if you continue a little bit further and then go west, you're not sure where that one goes. But actually,
Mhm.
here, I'll just drag you up there. There's still no traps. No traps. You just see that the hallway continues off into the darkness.
Oh, right. Well, friends, let's venture forward.
Agreed. If we need to double back, we shall.
Okay. Sounds like you guys don't want to
Um,
head back south. So if you would like, you continue down this hallway, and as you do so, you see that it eventually curves north, and actually leads to a small capstone in the floor. As you approach a bend in the passage, you see a series of faint line drawings on the walls, depicting people playing a game that uses a ball and has goals on either end of the playing field. As you approach this bend and get closer, you see that there's a capstone that's sort of covering what appears to be a pit in the floor. Um, you see glyphs obscured by a layer of dust that are hard to read the way that it is on the capstone. And as you look at the southern wall right next to this capstone, which is right here if you can't see it on the map, I'm not sure if what I see is there for you, but if you look on the wall, you see sort of a face in another face, kind of. But in the center of the centermost face, like sort of where the mouth would be, is a semi-spherical depression about 1 foot in diameter, sort of embedded into the wall.
Well, if only we had an orb to place in this face.
If only.
And you know what? As you approach to get close enough to see what I just described, you do see that the hallway, just sort of continues off to the north.
What do any of you make of these glyphs?
It's hard to read them with the thick layer of dust covering them.
So my mage hand to wipe off the dust.
Okay. So you can do that, and you do so successfully, revealing that the glyphs underneath seem to be written in Old Omoan.
This infernal tongue will be the death of me. I cannot read it.
Want me to cast comprehend languages? Like it's a ritual spell, so it would take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Well,
I'll say too that because I can't remember how long it's been since you guys took the last poison damage, we'll just say it's a fresh hour. So it's only been a few minutes so far.
then I
I'm
say
sorry.
absolutely go for it.
Yeah, and Glanthrin, what were you gonna say? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, I was just saying go for it.
Okay. So yeah, Pelennor, I'm assuming you're going to go ahead and ritual cast that spell. Takes you a few moments, but sort of letter by letter, the glyphs reveal themselves to you. And when you're finished with the spell, you can read the entirety of the message. And it seems to say, "Dare not open this pit unless you be willing to meet the challenge of Pelota."
Oh, hello. I believe that means ball. I don't know how I know that means that. Is that rabbit word toss around in my brain.
Because Pelennor definitely doesn't know. That's for sure.
I'll give a quick history. I'm trained in it.
Okay.
Just kidding. I've never
But you know
known a
what?
single thing.
I'll give you advantage on it because again, I think we've talked. You've done a little bit of research into Old Omu as you have prepared for this adventure. So why don't you go
Well,
ahead and
I
give me
very
a
much
reroll?
appreciate that. Yeah, that would have been like part of my sage background or whatever it is, where I specifically studied that. And hey,
And there you go. So you're like, nah, that can't be right. That's right. And Pelennor gives you some guidance too to help you sort of get out of that funk you were maybe in at first. And then you're like, of course, pelota is an ancient sport that was played by the Omuans, and it essentially boiled down to having a magical ball that you would have to sort of retrieve either with your hands or sort of smack it with a club or something into your team's goal, which you recognize this thing on the wall to be. You know that you need a pelota ball to play the sport, um, but you know that in essence that's the gist of the game, and that it could sometimes be kind of a violent sport, as you know, pretty much short of just outright murder, most stuff was sort of just allowed.
yeah, or I should say, a trial that is beyond the means of a poor wizened old man, and so
I'm sure you were in rugby at some point, and you know, back in university, like 60 some years ago. But Regardless, as I mentioned, beyond that, the hallway just continues off to the north into darkness as well.
I think taking just a second to scope out the safety of making this turn, I would suggest we move on if everybody else is okay with it.
I can send Goldie around the corner.
Okay. So you guys just want to take a look and really see what's down the hall a little bit.
Yeah, just being careful. I mean, I wouldn't say that we're moving carefully, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't move at half speed just for
Mm-hmm.
the safety. I think that we would just continue on as normally. Maybe
But
take a
people in
perception check every once in a while.
I was gonna say people in the front are at least somewhat alert, I would imagine, and also I would imagine Theobald, you're probably in the front. But let's go ahead and just get a marching order, sort of in general, so I can just grab you guys as a group and move you down. Who else? Does anybody else want to be in the front, or do you kind of want to, how you guys want to do it?
I'll go up front. I'm fine with
Okay.
that.
And then you
I'm,
want
I'm
to
fine up front too.
makes sense for Pellinor to hang in the back, I think. So we'll do this. So yeah, Theobald, you get a 15. Glanthorn, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check as well?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Not
So the two of
incredibly.
you, you keep your eyes open for anything, especially that looks threatening as you move down the hallway. And as you walk down, you don't see any such threats, but you do see continuous murals of people seeming to play this sport. And you see some people just physically like sort of slam dunking the ball into the hole. Other people seem to have like large two-handed clubs and they're like swinging it and just lobbing it straight into the hole. And then other people have clubs and they're sort of lobbing each other with the clubs, and it seems fun. And you reach the end of the hallway to discover an identical, as you know, to be goalpost. Of this sort of carving of a face in a face. Uh, and it looks just exactly identical to the one on the other side of the hallway. But in addition to that, you see that it curves off east, leading to a small single door.
Well, at least we didn't have to play an awful sport.
Send Goldie into the hole.
Okay,
Or is
you want
there
to go?
like anything?
So there's a
Yeah.
large capstone that actually looks quite heavy, covering the. Or I'm sorry, you're talking about the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing in the wall, but it only goes a few inches in. It's about a foot in diameter, but it's not very deep into the wall. Goldie flies into it, and there's barely enough room for her to perch. Doesn't appear
You were
to be
saying
open.
about the capstone.
Yeah, so the
Is there
capstone,
a gap big enough for Goldie to fly through?
no,
To
unfortunately.
get into?
Nah, it looks like it's only maybe like an inch or so. Enough to
Okay.
like put your fingers or a crowbar or something into the space though.
Okay.
What kind of shape is this door in? Um,
So the
does-
door looks to just be sort of a, let's see here, slightly beaten door of bronze, and you see the heads of several different cat creatures on the door.
I'm assuming no handle.
There is a handle, and
Oh,
it
okay.
does, yeah, and actually it doesn't appear to be locked at a casual glance.
Well, then let's go open it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right after you, Theobald.
All right, Theobald. So you open the door. You ain't scared, and you reveal the following. This oddly shaped room is decorated in a cat motif. The center of the southeastern wall is carved to resemble the face of a snarling tiger with hollow eyes. And give me one second, I'm just sort of ping everything I describe. So, Yeah, so the center of the southeastern wall is carved to resemble the face of a snarling tiger with hollow eyes. Near the center of the room is a stuffed tiger, posed as if on the prowl. Or I'm sorry, yeah, that's actually right here. The tiger's left ear has been torn off, leaving a jagged scar on the head. Also near the middle of the room stands a stone statue of a tiger-headed man holding a spear. In several other spots on the floor are stuffed domestic cats in various poses, sitting, stalking, pouncing, and one is begging, pawing the air. One of these cats in the center of the room has been knocked over and chewed on. Its stuffing is falling out. Hung on the walls are several skins of lions and leopards, tiger heads, and a cat of 9 tails. Along the northwest edge of the chamber, a large calendar stone is mounted on the wall above a stone table or altar. The statue of the Catman depicts a tall human male with 2 extra sets of nipples. He seems to be wearing a tiger-faced mask and is clad only in a loincloth. A jagged scar runs across the left side of his chest, above the heart, and his chest is sunken and bony. The spear is stone hafted but bears a silvery head.
That seems important.
Now, how stuffed does this tiger look in the center?
Yeah, I'll start cautiously stepping into this room, maybe staying toward the wall.
Why don't you give me an investigation check on the tiger? At first glance, it appears to be a taxidermied, at one point living tiger. That's all you got.
Um, ask whether your mystical eyes can still make sense of any of these rooms.
I'm sorry, were you asking if you could? You were cutting out for a
Or
second.
asking Pelennor if there's
Gotcha.
any
My
way.
bad.
Like, I don't know whether his comprehend languages would still be up. But assuming that we're moving, like, not
Yeah,
too...
it definitely is. Um, you
Yeah, it
don't
lasts for an
see
hour, so it should work.
100%. Yeah, it's only been a couple minutes. So as you walk in, real quick, all of these little emblems are just the domesticated stuffed cats, and
Mhm.
then the only glyphs that you see are on the calendar stone. So let me read the description of that real quick for you because it's separate.
Excellent.
The calendar, a great wheel of stone, is carved from limestone. In the center of the calendar is a symbol of the sun, surrounded with various sigils depicting seasons of the year. The stone is 10 feet across and is mounted 5 feet above the floor over a stone altar. On the altar rests a ceremonial dagger of flint and a jade statue of a cat. At the foot of the altar is a stuffed cat, posed as if begging or attempting to catch something in the air.
Ooh. What would a cat be begging? Be this is sort of like outside of the character. This is more just my muttering. But also, I imagine that Glanthron would be doing the same thing. Just
Sure.
wondering, okay, what could a cat be begging for? What could be sacrificed at this altar? Should something be sacrificed at this altar at all? But if there's a flint dagger there, it makes me wonder.
I think it should be a ball,
Why don't
but
I'm sorry, Pelnor, what were you saying?
I feel like it would be a ball. I mean, we just came from a hallway with a game that has a ball, and then there's a cat, and cat's like playing with balls of string. I'm thinking because you said that it's a cat like batting at something in the air
Mm-hmm. Yes.
or like on
And
its back.
you know what? Why don't, since you guys are trying to sort of think uh, as to what the meaning of this all might be, why don't you give me an investigation check, Glanthrin, and Palinor,
Ooh,
maybe you
yeah.
give me a religion check since you are, a little bit more familiar with the, sacrifices and stuff, perhaps.
An RNG, don't fuck me.
Mm-mm.
Mm. Woof.
Who's that guidance going for? We'll give it to Glanthrin. How about that?
Most appreciated.
So you get a 13. Um, let's see, with a 13, you realize that yes, this dagger that you're seeing in front of you must be used for some type of sacrifice. And I would say that a 13 is good enough with, you know what? Give me a reroll, please. This is advantage territory for you. And actually, Theobald, you definitely know what's
All right, Theobald. Fine.
up. So Theobald, for whatever reason, you're maybe somewhat familiar with taxidermy, and so you take a look at the stuffed house cat that's begging in front of the statue, or I'm sorry, in front of the calendar stone, and you notice somewhat glaring issue with the cat itself, namely that where is it? Namely, that the tail seems to be like improperly like overstuffed. Like it's very obvious that it's all wrong. Whoever did this fucked up on the tail big because it's way too bulky. And in addition to that, as far as the sacrificial altar, you realize that you've done a little bit of research, and shit, so has goddamn Glanthrin. So maybe you're the taxidermy expert, and you're the sacrificing things expert, or take your pick. But Glanthrin, you know that not only would they use magical daggers to sacrifice uh, things, but they would sacrifice, in particular, people's hearts. And
Mm.
that was very common practice, would be to sacrifice someone's heart in an attempt to basically, they believed that the soul was sort of trapped in the heart. So if it wasn't like pierced upon death, then your soul could potentially be trapped forever inside it.
And I sort of draw attention to the statue of the. Did you say it was a jaguar or tiger
It's a
warrior?
tiger
Yeah,
faced statue.
yeah. And sort of like with their proximity and everything, I just try to attach or like draw the threads, like looking at my crazy board of
Sure,
everything that we've been working through, all of the red strings attaching to each other. Um,
totally.
but I would also like to take a look at the statue and like remembering that I noticed the spearhead was silver. I
Hmm.
wonder if this weapon is attached to the statue or whether it can be moved.
Okay, 100%. So just give me an investigation check, just period.
Yep, flat investigation. 15's not bad.
Okay. So you take a look at the statue and notice a few things that aren't really out of sight, but are just not obvious things that maybe you'd notice. But you do, and you notice that the spear does not seem to be part of the statue. It does appear to be removable potentially. However, the statue has a complete grip on it to the point that you find it would probably be almost impossible to remove without breaking it. You're not honestly sure how it was sculpted that way. It must have been sculpted with it already there because there's like not enough space even, hardly at all. But you notice that, and you also notice that, as I mentioned, its chest is sort of caved in. And that seems odd to you. It doesn't seem natural. Like from
No,
any type of sculptural or whatever. It just, you're not sure why somebody would sculpt it that way.
almost as if that's where a heart should be. What else did you say was on the altar? It was the dagger and
And a jade statue of a cat. Just sort of, I'm going to kind of just quickly summarize a few things that you guys have noticed in this room because there's really a lot going on in here. So, just to sort of
there's so much
reiterate,
going on here.
the description alone was like 5 paragraphs. So, calendar stone with the altar, with the dagger, the jade statue of a cat, and then the stuffed cat right here, actually, that is clearly not done correctly in the tail. Over here, you've got this carving of a tiger's face in the wall itself, but the eyes appear to be hollowed out. The tiger appears to have once been alive, the actual stuffed tiger in the middle, but is missing an ear for some strange reason, and it's sort of like jaggedly sewn up. The were tiger has the spear that is real, and caved in chest. Door, 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 and then there's the calendar stone itself, which appears to have sort of 5 different seasons surrounding a pyramid and sun motif.
My gosh.
So
How big is the jade cat statue?
it's about like you could carry it in one hand. It's sort of like the size of a nice beer mug.
Is it the size of a depressed indentation in a were tiger statue?
Mm, give me an investigation check.
Sure thing.
You're not sure.
I mean, it's
Oh,
less.
Theobald over here coming in with the book smarts says, you know for sure that there's no way that it would like fit comfortably in that area, and regardless, it's a statue, so you're not even sure how you put it back in. But nevertheless, they don't seem to be connected. The statue's sort of made out of limestone, and the the cat statue's made out of jade. Just doesn't seem to really connect. You're pretty confident in this.
I'd like to examine the
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? My mic's always, or my Discord's always screwing up.
I'd like to closer examine this cat tail.
Okay, got you. Give me a perception check.
Why don't you look a little closer, and I'll assist you and give you advantage.
Okay. Not mad about that.
All right. Well,
So all
we
you
did our best.
I mean, it seems
Oh,
to
very
be
done.
legitimately the cat's tail, but it's just like if you were to stuff it, you would have put way less in the tail for sure. It's like doesn't look real at all. Ooh, but maybe a little guidance from Pelennor will help you see more. Mm-mm-mm. Is that another guidance from someone
Well,
else?
I
or
don't
is that-
know.
No, it's
I
just the
wrote
one.
it, but I don't know if
Well, you know what? We'll take the 4 and put you to 15, and that's going to be enough to see a little bit more. You see that through it's like you're probably thinking to yourself, like, geez, who did this? This is awful. This is awful work. And you look, and it's surprising because the rest of them seem to be pretty well done. But you notice that like there seems to be something like maybe a piece of paper or something that's like stuffed in the tail. You can see there's like something not stuffing inside of it, sort of poking through the seams.
I'm gonna take that out.
Okay. Go ahead and how are you gonna remove it? Because you're basically gonna need to break the, or tear it off essentially.
I'll just fucking rip it off.
Here's
All
a
right, fuck
flint
it. Yeah.
dagger.
I'd say that yeah, with your strength and the dagger, that's plenty to just go ahead and rip it off. You do so, and inside there appears to be a scroll of some type. Roll initiative. Ooh, that's good for me. Hell
Christ almighty.
yeah. Let's see what we got coming on here. Okay. All right, I got a 20. Oh, good one, Trish. I love that. It's perfect for me. Let's see here. Okay, sorry. So I got a 20. Then we've got a rough 3 for Glanthrin. Just barely beat out Pelennor. But I lost to Theobald. Goddamn, Theobald. Quick on the draw.
You know, I'm quick on my feet like a cat.
like a like a dog or something. I don't know. It's like some type of furry animal.
Like some kind of furry animal that has 4 legs and is really quick on its feet.
Oh God. And then we got
Theobald
Glenn.
just giving straight Danny DeVito vibes the entire time.
Yeah. But somehow it's just being straight geniused out right now. For some, he ate all his vitamins this morning.
So, anyways, I start blasting.
Exactly.
I thought I was gonna chop the cat. Oh God. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, and I will describe what happens as you sort of defile this stuffed cat as you rip its tail off to shreds. You hear a thundering growl from directly behind you as the statue slowly starts to animate. Actually, not that slow. Pretty fast. And you see the stone turn to flesh as the Tiger Man animates, lets out a ferocious and wields his spear in your direction. Theobald, what do you do? As I, hold on real quick, put this guy to the appropriate layer. Hey! There it is.
I'm going to take my axe and swing it at its head.
Okay.
Recklessly, I might add.
Oof. Are you raging or no?
Oh, no, I'm not. So it's going to be just a regular. Never mind.
Okay. That's fair. Either way. I was gonna say, can you not reckless attack unless you're raging? I can't remember. Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see if that's a hit anyway. Double check. That is going to hit. As you strike the creature, it's wearing like no armor. Seems to be ready to fight, but maybe you can't take it. I don't know. As the axe connects for how much damage?
10 great axe slashing damage.
Ouch. Okay. It nonetheless, it seems to, it's not wearing any armor and it connects, but its muscle is so dense and strong that it might as well be armor as it's, sinks in. You see some blood start to leak out of its body, but man, you would not be blamed for not even noticing.
So, just read, you can, you don't have to rage to reckless attack.
Oh, shit. If you want to... it's up to you. I mean, it's a hit, but if you want to roll for crit, I'll allow it.
Sure.
Okay.
Nope, just the same exact thing. Well, anyways,
Destiny.
I'm going to attack him again,
Okay.
recklessly.
All right. Ooh, that is another hit. How much damage do we have coming this way? 12.
Well,
That's pretty good.
Machi.
All right, so you go for like a killing blow, but he does sort of swing his body agilely out of the way. Nevertheless, you still slice his torso for a significant amount of damage as he sort of dances out of the way. At least tries to. Anything else, sir?
I'm probably going to regret this, but no.
Okay. All right, then he will start his turn as he twirls around this sphere. He is going to... There we go. Okay. And he's going to start swinging it around, and he is going to try to stab you, Theobald, as you have just done some damage to him. And it's most likely going to hit... what's your
It
AC?
will.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to hit and deal... So you're only going to take 5 piercing damage as he just sort of glances you with the blade. But he doesn't stop as he keeps spinning the blade around. He maneuvers his way towards Glanthrin and stabs at him instead. Ooh, and that's going to be a 16.
That hits. Yeah.
All right. That's going to be 7 piercing damage as he does sort of a downward strike as he's quite tall and pierces you in the shoulder before retracting the blade. And he is going to, end his turn as he lets out a sharp growl, bringing it to Pelennor.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing for this round.
Okay.
I'm casting Bless. I don't think I have any. As a bonus action, I'm going to... Let's see, where is this guy? As a bonus action, I'm going to telekinetically shove this guy backwards.
Okay. He's got to do a strength save, right?
Yep.
It's going to be a 13. How's that do? It's a fail, right?
Thanks. Yeah, it's got to be a
Yeah.
15.
Yep. So he's going to get pushed back 10 feet from you, right?
Is
Or
it-
knocked prone, I can't remember.
I think it's just 5.
No, it's just 5 feet.
Okay. Alright, but nevertheless, sort of gives Glanthrin and Theobald some breathing room. Anything else?
That's gonna be it for me. Just
Alright.
everybody remember you got that extra D4 for your attacks.
Yep, 3 of you feel sort of a breath of warm air sort of surround you, protecting you, and giving you sort of a, I don't want to say rage, but sort of a courage, we'll say, towards the opponent. And as that happens, we next go to Glanthrin. Glanthrin, you've been stabbed in the shoulder. What do you do?
I'm going to just run around here, 5, 10, 15, try to get behind this guy. And I'm going to take my 2 attacks. I'm going to do a longsword and a quarterstaff attack, and I think I'm up to extra attack. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll
You
absolutely.
get that twice whenever you take the attack action on your turn. So we'll roll one of these and one of these.
That's a hit. That's
And
a
I.
hit. Are you
I
action
didn't.
searching?
You know what? Why not? Yeah, I am going to action surge. I'll use my one action surge on this. And yeah, we will roll each of these. They're both at their lower amount because they are all single handed. So
Okay.
we'll do
You've got
that.
2 weapon. You're like a 2-weapon fighter, am I correct?
Correct. Yep.
Awesome. Ooh, and don't forget to add those D4s for your
But those weren't those only for the attacks, or are they for the weapons as well?
Oh, I apologize. I thought those were your action surge attacks.
Wouldn't you have 4 attacks though and not 3?
Oh, right, yeah, because you can so you're saying it basically like. Are you sure?
I think
this is what I always get confused about.
so I can answer
With
this. I think
action,
two-handed weapon fighting allows you to essentially use your bonus action to make attacks with weapons you normally wouldn't be able to. Correct? When you're dual
Well,
wielding.
it allows you to take no penalty. Like you can add your modifier to the second attack, but it's more because I'm a fighter and I get extra attack whenever I take the attack action on my turn.
So regardless, you're going to get 4 attacks for sure with your action surge. The only other question then would be, would you get a 5th attack? Because I want to say that part of two-hand weapon fighting is using your bonus action to make an attack with your offhand weapon. So I want to say you would be like able to do like longsword, 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 quarterstaff. I believe. Like all 4 of your attacks could come from your highest damage, whatever that might be. And then, but let me just double check the feat because it takes 2 seconds. I got it right here. So if we look at
I could pull it up.
Where's that? That's in player settings. Feats. Do you have the feat or just the fighting style?
I have the feet.
Oh, you have the feet. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're going 8, yeah, fuck, you're going 8. Two-handed. It's two-handed weapon fighting, I think. Maybe it's dual wielder. Yeah, so this is 100%. You can use 2-weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapons you are wielding aren't light. That's the key. So that means that 100% you can attack with this long sword, and then use your bonus action to make an attack with the quarterstaff. And unlike normal, you'll just be able to do that, period. But then also you'll be able to add your damage modifier even to that 5th attack. So yeah, that's a lot of potential DPS.
if you're doing an action surge, then you would have 6 attacks total because you would have 4 regular attacks and then 2 bonus action attacks.
No, because the bonus action attack doesn't get doubled because that's
the bonus action is just the bonus action, but it can but yeah, it's doubling my 2 regular action attacks, and then I can take the bonus action. Okay. I mean, hey, this is the first time I've ever played a fighter in my life, so.
Oh, get ready, man! Get ready for some. Yeah, I love fighters.
just trying to figure things out. So I'll do 2 more of these longsword attacks, and then we'll leave it at that.
Love it.
I mean, you gotta love it.
Oh my god, bro.
already in all of those.
Oh, that's right. So yeah. So we got
because I roll them from keep the 4 from the quarterstaff. I'll take the lower of the 2. That's fine because I re-rolled 2 of these. So it's the 13 with a crit plus 7 from the plus 7 plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I think that's it.
No, it should be way more than that, right? Because it should be a total of 5d.
Oh, right.
It should be a total
I have to do.
Yeah, 5d8 plus a d6 plus fucking. Your strength's probably 4, right? Or try 3. So yeah, it'd be.
It's
3,
a
6.
3, but I think it's just one more slashing attack and then we're good.
Okay.
And there we go. That was max. Okay, so it's
Just give me a grand total.
31 plus 4 is 35 plus 4 is 39.
All right. Let's see here. That is a devastating blow. So this creature is an extraordinarily adept warrior, Glanthrin. You go for multiple killing blows, and you're sure that a lesser creature would have just fallen dead on the spot as you connect completely with 5 separate attacks. But despite that, this creature's just like dodging in a way that even though he's getting hit, it's just not hitting the vital organs, and he's not losing his bearing. So he's taking a ton of damage, looks very grievously wounded, but is not giving up the fight at all.
I will dash your ruin across this hall. And then that's me, I'm done.
He hisses out at you. And that ends your turn, bringing it back up to the top to Theobald. Theobald, you are up.
Sorry about that.
All good.
I will attack. Recklessly, I might add.
Okay.
Let's see.
That is a hit.
Alright.
Ooh,
12.
slashing damage. Ouch. Okay.
Then I will attack again.
It's another hit.
13.
So,
And
yes.
that's it.
Alright, so the two of you are just slicing this thing apart. But again, it's just like, it just won't go down. Bringing it to its turn. And it lets out another just, tiger growl, just so loud that it's echoing across the walls of the room. And it is going to keep spinning this spear of it, and it's going to look like it's about to strike you, Theobald, but it stabs backwards towards Glanthrin with a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is going to deal a total of 5 piercing damage. He then quickly, without even taking it out of Glanthrin's body, lets go of the hilt, only to rake its claws against you, Theobald, this time. And it's going to have advantage because of your previous reckless attack. It's going to hit, and it's going to deal, this time, 6 slashing damage as it rakes its claws against you, only to spin backwards and retrieve the spear out of Glanthrin's body, ending his turn. Bringing it
Wonderful.
to Pelennor.
Shoot this motherfucker.
Damn, that's a lot of fire damage. Alright, so the firebolt connects.
Cool.
Oh, that's right. You guys should have been rolling. So the bless, that's extra damage, right?
It's just extra to the attack roll.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So that is
but all
definitely
of them hit, so
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so this also hits for 13 fire damage as the spell rakes across the creature's face, and you see his as it just sort of blows up on his face. You see him covered in just scorch marks, and his whiskers seem to have burned off.
I think that's going to be it for. Let me just double check. But I think that's it for me.
Okay. If you have anything else.
Oh wait, I'm gonna shove him again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which way are you gonna shove him? It has to be like away from you, right?
I mean, I can shove him in any direction, but I'm gonna shove him.
I feel like I ask you that every time you do
towards,
it.
Hang on. Do. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's any direction. But I'm gonna shove him straight back away from them, 5 feet.
Okay. So it is going to get pushed this way, right? That's where you want him?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, he's just sort of pushed off his balance, which is seemingly quite important as he's sort of spinning around. You see him, the blood start dripping out of this guy's wounds. And with that, we'll go to Glanthrin. As I said, Glanthrin, he's still in, spirit-wise, 100% it seems. Body is crippling and falling.
And just very quickly, sorry, I had to run to the restroom. Can you remind me how much damage I took?
Yes, you took. I think it was only like. What did I hit you for 6 because I missed against. I think it was 6, right? No. I hit you for 5.
He did 5.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Thank you kindly. I just wanted to make sure I was keeping honest about that. Okay.
Appreciate
then, yeah, I'm just going to do basically. Or do I want to try something else? I will take my 2 attacks and the bonus action attack that I typically have. And I'm just going to go with that.
Love it.
So we have.
And you got your bless too.
Oh my gosh, you love to see it. Fine.
Damn, man, you're on fire.
Yeah, and I'll take that as well.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, and I'll take those both as they where they lie, and then one of these for the bonus attack. And we said 12 hit, right?
That's a hit.
All right, then. Oh shit! I didn't. That will be the second one, the non-crit, because I can roll this as a crit.
Okay. And yeah, they're all hits, so you don't even need the bless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. I'm gonna roll.
You're all good. Let's ignore this 7, and yeah, go ahead and roll the crit. Unless it's less than a 7, I'll give a 7. Yeah, that would
I mean, it's certainly not
but
less than a 7.
certainly
so
not. Yeah.
I will take that, and then the one last hit, and there we go. So, for a total of 8 plus 16 is 24, plus 7 is 31.
So he doesn't look like he wants to go down, but it doesn't always matter what you want in life. So, Glanthrin, what does it look like as you dispatch this foe?
Oh my gosh, wow. Here we go. So, we're going to do this a little bit out of order based on how these would have gone as I described them. But just taking the staff in his offhand and knocking this soldier, he pierces straight down through him into the ground, trying to be maybe a little off of where that hollow was in his chest, because I really want to see if we can somehow remove this guy's heart now that he's down.
Okay. All right. So you, absolutely just fucking slice this dude up, but in a way that absolutely does not damage the center of his chest. As he falls from your wounds, you see it just lets out a terrible roar into just the ether in general. And as he does, you see his body start to cover itself in stone again. He's clearly dead. However, it hasn't fully happened yet. As you guys exit initiative, you see the stone sort of start to replace the flesh once more as you guys exit initiative. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, I just quickly want that knife. If there's any way that I can, like, get into this flesh before it's not flesh anymore. Otherwise, I'll just pull out my sword and leave.
I'd say you have the time, and as you do that, you realize instantly upon touching the knife itself that, as I mentioned, you know these knives tend to be used in these rituals are enchanted with certain magics. You're not sure what magic, but it's clearly enchanted with something. As you take the knife off the altar and stab into the jaguar's chest. You carve it open to see what could potentially be inside, to reveal that it has, like, all of its internal organs, like you see working, functioning intestines and things of that nature. But as you see the stone start to slowly solidify all of that permanently, you notice that it doesn't have anything in its chest cavity, including a heart.
Oh, of course it doesn't. It's already taken. Well, at least I checked.
And you see the statue's stone body reform into a fully inanimate object, but it still has all these grievous wounds all over it as you guys exit initiative. But like I said, the knife you just grabbed is clearly magical.
What about the spear?
The spear, unfortunately, just appears to be a normal spear.
Lame.
You could have removed it if you wanted to before the statue solidified, but yeah, it doesn't appear. It appears to be maybe a little, valuable as a relic, but that's about it. Pellinor, you are casting Detect Magic and Identify, or just one or the other? Both. Which one do you want to cast first, and are they rituals?
I'm going to cast Detect Magic, and then I'm going to cast Identify.
Okay, fair enough. So it takes you about 20 minutes to do that. Real quick, while you're ritual casting the first spell, don't forget to interrupt me, so that we can give you the results. But just because time is of the essence, do you guys want to do anything while he does that?
Gosh.
And let me know if you need me to
I
reread any descriptions or
No,
summarize
I'm
anything.
good. I'm okay.
Okay.
No, I'm fine.
All right, what are you guys thinking?
Does it look like the tiger face on the opposite wall from the calendar stone? Does it look like it's looking in that direction, or is it just a depiction of a tiger face?
It doesn't look like it's looking at anything. The eyes, the pupils are sort of just jutting straight out. So, I mean, it is just kind of coincidentally going in that direction. But it doesn't appear to have it like it's out of ordinary or anything like that. Theobald, do you want to do anything before I give a Detect Magic result?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Then we'll say, why don't you, Glanthrin, since you seem to be interested in the tiger face, give me a perception check real quick as Pellinor finishes his first spell.
Sure thing. I remember you saying that, like, the eyes were hollow. But,
Yes.
But yeah, I'll give a... You said perception?
Yeah, go ahead, give me a perception check. Or yeah, I guess it wouldn't even have pupils yet, but the face is just oriented straight. Yeah, you don't see anything other than what I described. And as you're sort of trying to see if there's anything interesting, doesn't seem to be. Pellinor, you finish your Detect Magic spell, and as you do, let me take a quick look. Now that goes through doors. I think it doesn't go through like significant amounts of stone or anything like that, or metal or anything like that, if I recall correctly. Is that right? Oh, it says right here. Hey, I can just read. I learned how to do that once. 1 foot of stone. Okay. You detect the magic coming from the knife, the magic coming from the spell scroll that you recovered from the cat that was stuffed. You detect magic coming from the jaguar statue still, and you also detect a similar magic from the head of the stuffed tiger. And other than that, you detect... no, you detect some other magic through this door. You see sort of an evocation aura emanating from behind it, but not like right behind it. It's sort of emanating from a couple, like 20 feet away. But you can still sense it, and that is all the magic you can detect.
Can I tell what school of magic is around are around these things?
Yes, the magic surrounding the knife is enchantment magic. But the magic surrounding the statue and the tiger's head is transmutation magic. And evocation magic is coming from behind the door. Do you want to go ahead and go straight into your identify ritual, or do you want to maybe do something different?
I see what's behind the door. I think I'm going to go ahead and do identify.
Okay.
See what
So,
this knife is.
You start ritual casting identify on the knife, and while he does that, did the two of you want to do anything with this new information?
Theobald, did you want to take a look in that room?
No, I'll just follow you guys.
Yeah, having been attacked by a temple guard statue, I'm pretty cool to just move along.
Mellow for a minute at least. Let him finish this. So
Exactly.
okay, so you not wanting to tempt fate here, just go ahead and give Pelennor the time he needs to finish his second spell. And as you do so, Pelennor, you detect that, or you identify this knife to be not an insignificant, but a relatively standard enchanted +1 dagger. Mainly, its main sort of special feature is that it has an additional property of dealing with stone relatively well.
What does it do with stone?
It has sort of a supernatural ability to penetrate it better than a normal dagger might.
Okay. Does it require attunement?
It does not. Does not. You're not sure if you would. You figure maybe it would do some additional damage to a stone, creature made of stone, but on a non-metal level, you just know that it seems to be able to cut through stone.
So I'm gonna try it out on the floor.
Okay. Okay. So you carve through the floor. It doesn't really reveal anything. And it's not like it's easy. You still have to kind of give it some oomph to it. It's not like it's slicing through butter. But you are able to sink the blade into the floor, which maybe you could chip some away. You're able to stab it into the floor.
All right. I guess unless you guys want me to cast Identify on these statues and we find out exactly how they work.
No, I think it's better that we continue.
And
let's keep it moving.
I want to remind too that the tiger stuff that is has the glowing in the head is not a statue, like the excuse me, like the were tiger is.
It's a larger taxidermy, just like these cats.
Exactly. It's just a full-grown adult male lion or a tiger. But yeah, and then you've got doors to the north, northeast. Oh man, I'm southwest. I'm over here like, ugh.
The giant tiger has magic coming from it, you said?
Yes,
From the head,
Pelennor, when he casted Detect Magic, detected a very similar transmutation magic as the were-tiger statue, coming from the head of the taxidermied stuffed tiger.
Can I take a look inside?
Hey, we just want to kind of rip it open.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. You rip it open. Give me a perception check as you do. You notice sort of a metallic jingling sound from the stuffed creature as you rip the head open. Inside the head, you discover a stone organ that looks to be a large heart.
Oh, gosh. Hi.
I'm going to put it on the dead man's chest.
Okay.
No, put it in the altar. The altar, you fool.
Okay, I'll put it on the altar.
Okay, you put it on the altar as Glanthrin scolds you, and and you put it on the altar, and it seems to, it seems to feel right at home on the altar.
Fool of a pots.
At least you smell okay. Aw, thanks so much. Hey, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate you, dude. Let me know. We might have to talk, getting some characters named after you, or some magic items or something.
I take it, Pelennor, you know what to do?
Pelennor, what are you
Yes.
thinking?
I'm thinking we should put this on the altar.
Indeed.
As it sits on the altar, what would you like to do?
It's time we make a sacrifice.
Time we stab this thing.
Okay. So you take the magical dagger that you just identified, and you stab it forcefully into the stone heart. And as it does, it penetrates right through. And just as quickly as the dagger enters into the organ, it sort of just melts into sand. And you look behind you, you see the statue of the jaguar similarly melt to sand. Oops, that was a... Yeah, and there's just a large pile of sort of limestone dust now where the statue once laid.
Well, good thing we have a bunch of sand now.
I suppose that might have helped us in another situation.
As the statue sort of vaporizes, you quick glance over, you see some of the wounds aren't even there anymore in the statue before it turns to dust.
Ominous, I guess.
It certainly saves us trouble in the future.
Maybe. Onward and upward.
And what would you guys like to head?
let's keep it moving. Somewhere we can take a long rest.
As you realize too that it's been about 30 minutes now since you last took your daily dose of poison. Unfortunately, the rustic dust still isn't present in this area. All right, so
Wishing somebody was a genie warlock. We could all
that would be nice.
bottle.
You know a genie warlock named Yardy who you think you might be able to sell some of your treasure to later, but you don't know what he's up to right this second.
Right.
You're looking forward to offloading it to him, though. You know he's going to give you a good price.
Right. You know he's also not going to show up in this dungeon with all this poison gas. Yeah, it's just...
You could definitely discern that from your time with him, yes.
The doors to the northeast, anything special about them?
Not really. They appear to be, again, sort of beaten bronze. They don't even have locks. They appear to be quite large, but not unmovable. Oh, and real quick, side note, Pellinor, you really wouldn't even need to identify this, but you do a once-over on that scroll, too, that you recovered from the cat's tail, and you realize that that is a spell scroll of... Let me tell you what I know. I'll tell you once I find it. But yeah, but yes, the door does not seem especially remarkable, no.
I just say move through it, push it open.
And it takes a little, or I'm sorry, yeah. Tell me if you actually are gonna do that though, yeah.
My intention, if everybody else is cool with it.
Yeah.
Put a little effort into shoving these open.
Makes sense. So you put a little shoulder grease into it, and the doors do sort of grind open. And it reveals a hallway that just travels northeast. And the spell scroll that you recovered is a spell scroll of protection against lycanthropes and cats.
Were jaguar. Alright. Or were tiger. Let's see. Wear some. Wear
Where
clothing.
are we?
Right?
The most dangerous shifter of all, a were man.
I was going to say, it's aware. And now it's dead.
The dreaded wereman. He's a dude playing a dude. Pretending to be a dude.
I
Layers.
am, just going to start pushing forward through this
Pushing forward.
narrow corridor.
Okay.
Hold
And
on one
as-
second.
Hmm.
This looks like Man Bear Pig Central.
And as Theobald, you just get a quick glimpse through the wall. You continue up through the passageway, and whatchamacallit, it seems relatively unremarkable, somewhat covered in dust, until you reach a small wooden door.
A wooden
Uh-oh.
door, every traveling party's greatest nightmare.
Y'all want to keep pressing forward?
Absolutely.
Squeaks open, revealing another small hallway. Let's go, small hallways!
It's
We
so
got 'em.
narrow.
And you actually notice some condensation on the walls as you guys kind of continue down this path, reaching to another single bronze door this time. It's sort of blue with oxidation.
I was gonna say, if there's condensation, then probably would be. All right, should we just open it or do some investigation?
I would be fine with doing some investigation. I sort of just wanted to see how this path would go. So now we have a sense of where this is, this sort of odd double back. Like, I would bet we're not far from the previous room that we were in. But we do have options. Oh, we might as well just keep going forward. What's the worst that could happen? We all die? We all die horribly and painfully?
Sure
I
thing.
mean, it's not an impossibility. You want to kick the door open?
Yeah.
Fuck it. You swing back and you fucking lurch forward, kicking the door down forcefully to reveal the following. In the center of this room is a withered tree that looks like a leafless willow rooted in a terraced depression. The bottom of this hollow is filled with oily water, a few inches deep. Across the room, beyond the dead tree, is another door. Around the sides of the room, a 5-foot wide ledge encircles the tree. The walls of the room are beaded with condensation.
Wow.
An underground tree.
Trust this shit.
At all. But does not know what to shoot because it's a massive fucking tree.
What say you, party?
Screw it. I'm gonna go investigate the tree.
Give
There's
me
a good
what do you want, perception or investigation?
Do a perception because I'm better at that.
Okay. So as you approach, you notice that the oily water looks like just straight up oil. And you see this black liquid seemingly dripping from the branches of this tree. You get closer, or don't. You want to
Yeah,
still... It's fine.
I'll do it.
Okay, so yeah. You get closer to check it, and you see like what looks to be like maybe a long gash across the side of the trunk. So you go to see if perhaps there's been, just to see what the heck is up with that. And as you do, it slowly starts to get bigger. Roll initiative.
Excellent.
Let's see here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that's tough. Oof. Pelennor always coming in the clean-ish. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to go to him first, and I'll describe a little bit more of what's happening. But we've got Theobald and then Glanthrin at the end. Alright, so this tree, as you approach it, you seem cautious, Pelennor, so you go ahead and cast resistance on yourself. And Glanthrin, you're probably not as anxious as Theobald either. You'll probably get deep into this water. It's not deep especially, but it doesn't look clean. And as you see Pelennor, or Theobald sort of starting to get closer to the tree and looking, and you notice this gash. It's like a large horizontal gash against the tree, right? But it starts to grow. And as it does, it sort of splits open, and it looks like maybe a mouth. And just as soon as you see that, you see the branches, all 6 of them on this dead tree, start to swing around violently as if they're like flailing tentacles. And we are going to go to you, Pelennor, as you see this tree. Looks like he is about to try to start flailing these tentacles around, like I said, in a bad way. What do you do?
Let's see here. count as ability checks?
Saving throws do not count as ability checks, unfortunately. They're sort of a third category.
I didn't think so, but I was really wanting to use guidance right there. Alright, so instead I'm going to once again. Whew. I'm gonna do that. Shoot the ball.
Right.
Okay.
As your firebolt explodes out of your hand, the tree violently just, with one of its tentacles, sort of does a downward swing and smacks the firebolt straight into the oily water where you see it dissipate.
That is going to be it. Yeah.
Alright, then that will bring it to me as I start flailing these tentacles around. One of them shoots quickly towards you, Theobald. And it is going to... Oh my goodness, that's 22. Does that hit?
Yeah.
So it doesn't do any damage. I'd be polite and ask, but it does not do any damage. However, it does both restrain and grapple you as it lifts you out of the oily water and starts swinging you around in midair. It then launches tentacles at you, Glanthrin, as these branches don't appear to be branches at all. This slimy creature, whatever it is, flails its branch towards you for a 15. Is that a hit?
That just hits, yeah.
Oof. So you are also grappled and restrained, Pelennor. Oh my god. Grappled and restrained, and then another tentacle is going to just put an extra grip on you, Theobald. But you're able to at least fight that one off. It's then going to reel you in, Glanthrin. It pulls you 25 feet towards it and sort of positions you right over its mouth as it drops you in. And it's going to have advantage on this, but it's not going to matter at all as it crits you. And it chews you up in its disgusting maw. And it deals a total of... plus 4. Oh god. 40 piercing damage as it pierces through your most vital organs. And it sort of is trying to thrust you down its throat completely. Are you still conscious?
No, I'm definitely down. For
Okay.
Sure. But that wasn't like double my max HP, so I'm not
Good.
just outright dead.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah, so whatever the fuck this tree is, it seems to be extremely dangerous as you see Glanthrin getting eaten alive and you see blood spurtling out of this thing's gaping maw. But thankfully, because of its sort of tanglings with Pelennor and Theobald, it's not able to fully swallow him just yet. But it is going to end its turn, bringing it to Theobald.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. I've been having issues with my Discord, though, not gonna lie.
So I when Pelennor got attacked, I hit
Oh!
silvery. Yeah,
Oh, I
hit
didn't
silvery
notice that.
barbs, but actually, if I could have used a different feature of mine, which is
Sure,
warding
sure.
flare.
Sure. Can he use that on another? Yeah, I think that's only on you,
let's use
right?
silvery barbs. What?
So he's gonna re-roll that, right?
Yeah, just for me.
Oh, on the one that hits you, not the biting on Glanthrin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally fair.
Alright, so...
I mean, that's what I rolled. I wish it hadn't have been, but yeah.
I mean, no, it makes sense,
I-
though, because somebody's gotta heal
I-
Glanthrin.
I 100% get it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
So let's go, and that's also being extremely fair, which I'm going to give you inspiration for because you could have easily cheated there and you didn't, which I respect. So instead, we are going to give you inspiration as I re-roll this, still with advantage. No, not advantaged against you because I haven't restrained you yet. It's going to be a 17 though, still.
Does not hit.
Ooh, so yeah, you 100% just dodge out of the way, but you still see your friend Glanthrin getting like straight up eaten alive, like he's gonna be dead very soon.
And
So
I'm going to,
yeah, and now yeah, this is your turn now. Yep.
I'm going to give Glanthrin advantage on his death saving throw.
Ooh, shit. Yeah, you cannot do that because yeah, no, it is a saving throw. Yeah, 100% you can do that.
Alright. So then it continues, because it's not actually my turn. But, so yeah, then we continue on.
Okay, I apologize then. So it actually, you're right, it goes to Theobald now.
I mean, I'm restrained. Nice.
So you're restrained, sorry to interrupt, but yeah, you've got advantage and disadvantage. What's that?
I need to roll a death saving throw.
Not yet, because your turn's going to come after Theobald's. So.
Oh, yeah, of course, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're good. Good for now. But Theobald, your movement's 0. You're sort of in midair. You've got disadvantage on all your attack rolls and advantage against attacks to you, but you can still act.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go into a rage.
Okay, absolutely.
How big is this creature?
It's quite large. Like it is the size of a willow tree. So it's like not a huge one, sort of slumped over, but I'd say it's like 12 feet high at least.
All right. I am going to. Well, I'm going to recklessly attack, so I at least have a normal attack.
That makes sense.
17.
Ooh, but do you? Oh yeah, that's right. Because you disadvantage. That's a hit though. 15 slashing damage. You rake your axe against this creature. It takes all that 15. 100%.
Yeah, 11. It probably doesn't hit.
That is not going to hit. And actually, I'm sorry. Did I say that that's what you roll? 17?
Yeah.
That's a miss. You stab into this creature, but it doesn't appear to be made out of bark after all. It's some type of gooey, sludgy, but also extremely strong material. But you're honestly, just at first glance, not even sure what the fuck it is. Like, it's not even a tree now that you're looking at it. But despite that, yeah, even the 17 is unfortunately going to miss.
Alright, that's all I got.
Alright, so it's still fucking got you, and it's swinging you around. But that brings it next to Glanthrin. Give me a death saving throw with advantage, right?
Absolutely.
Let's see it. Let's get a crit here. Roll 20 is always fun.
Hey, an 11 saves.
Absolutely, it does.
Sorry.
So
No, it didn't organize 2 10s. That's for sorry 2 d20s. That's my bad. But the higher of the two was the 11.
yeah, and either way, you're good. So you feel yourself start to stabilize a little bit, but you still sort of in the back of your subconscious, as you're obviously conscious, feel a little pokiness in your back. But you're not dying, sir, which means we are going to go back to the top, and that is Pelennor. Pelennor, you see your friend with just like a almost, if it weren't your friend dying, it'd be an almost comical amount of blood spewing out of this thing's mouth. What do you do, sir?
I'm going to shoot that tree.
Okay. And that's not going to hit, as it does connect with the tree, but it's sort of absorbed by its gooey, fleshy, whatever the hell it's got going on body. It does not do damage.
Next, I'm going to use my telekinetic ability to shove Theobald back out of the tree's reach, like 5 feet back.
Ooh, I love that. Go ahead and instead of we'll basically just have it against the tree still to see if you can resist the force. It got a sorry. This is strength, right? Strength save. Got an 18 if that's the case. Okay, so yeah, he manages to maintain his grasp on Theobald.
For my turn.
Alright, then that will bring it next to me. And I'm just gonna keep eating, right? That does make the most sense. So I'm gonna just keep eating. I'll eat the rest of you when I'm finished devouring this one. I've got a single attack with advantage when it hits. It hits, just automatically dealing a death save against you. No need to roll damage. It is, however...
When down, it's 2.
Is that true? I think I still have to crit, don't I? I don't think it's 2.
Okay.
I think it's just 1 still. That being said, if I crit you, then it's definitely 2 with the defense. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Well,
Meanwhile...
If a character is down and they get hit, it's an automatic crit.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually true. I gotta read. I gotta see that, but I believe you for sure.
I mean, I could have sworn.
I'm gonna be a damn tyrant, Misha. You are taking 1 death save instead of 2, and that's final. Alright? So...
Whatever you say.
I kid, but I am curious. Is that true? I never knew that. I've been playing this game for so many years and didn't know that. So that's crazy. But needless to say, I'm gonna want to eat more human and other humanoids once I'm done with this sort of bony old man, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap out that one that looks like he might be getting out of here soon. So let's not let him get away with several tentacles coming at you, Pelennor. 4 to be specific of his 6. All 4 that are remaining are going to lash out at you, but the highest is going to be a 20. The rest are not higher than 16, though. Do we have any reactions, sir?
I'm going to use Warding Flare.
What do I have to do?
Let's see. Does this thing have eyes?
You're not sure, but it does appear. Let me see if it's. Yeah, it could see. It has eyes. You're not sure exactly what part are eyes and what part aren't, but they're there. Disadvantage, you say? Oof. All right,
Yep.
So I did roll a 13. Let's see, it's a +7. Oh, it still gets you. So the flare repels the other 3 tentacles, but the 4th one is cast in a shadow from the other 3, reeling back, and does manage to restrain you and lift you up into the air, and is going to pull you closer. He's going to put you right next to him. 5, 10, 20, 25, right there. And he's just got you, it's kind of a conveyor belt of food sort of trying to come in there, so. But he's still got to digest Glanthrin, so he's going to end his turn, bringing it to Theobald.
Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for the magic items.
I know you've got the dagger. You guys collected that berserker axe that you did not attune to. You got the rock bracelet that I don't think anybody attuned to. Let me see if they require it.
The rock bracelet does require attunement.
I know the dagger doesn't. I know, okay, the rock bracelet definitely does. Damn, you guys found so many magic items. Wow, I forgot. So you guys have gloves of missile snaring, bracers of defense, animal endurance, protection. Yeah, so you should be able to see everything. Yeah, take your time because it is sort of dire situation.
So I was wearing this bracelet of rock magic around my neck.
Okay, I do recall that.
Since we found it. Am I attuned or no?
Sure, why not? Especially since we did realize that I was oh so incorrect about how lethal it was to even have with you. So I don't see why you wouldn't have, just to have the option. Let's go to that magic item, shall we? Let's check it out. Bracelets. Rock magic. So yeah, you can do a bunch of things with that.
That's the little stage.
So what is it? Con save, or they are restrained as their flesh begins to harden, and then eventually become petrified. Got it. I see no way it would be able to probably continue its grasp on you if it was restrained. What you guys think? I guess Glanthrin's very much
Should I go for the
unconscious, but Pelennor could perhaps.
Should I go for the hand?
Yeah, I say go for it. I've literally never been part of a TPK or really like died from my own mistakes. So I'm either way, to be honest.
Why not? I'm going to cast Flesh to Stone using my necklace on this tree.
And as you do so, you see a green, like very emerald-colored energy sort of start to radiate around your necklace. And as it does so... Yeah, and this is not a creature, what is it? It's not a dwarf, and it's not a stone giant, obviously. So it is not going to have any type of advantage. Let's make the save. Oh, it's so good! It seems to petrify completely a portion of the flesh as the emerald energy sort of shoots like a laser out of the bracelet towards it. But as it does, you see this chunk of stone sort of fracture off from the rest of the creature and fall into a debris in the water, but you're sort of getting the feeling that this thing is like made out of like separate sections or something. Like it's kind of gross. Let's put it that way. Like essentially a growth of it fell off. But thankfully, because it's not one of those types, nothing bounces back at you or anything. That was your action, though. Anything else, my good sir? Here, I heard you say but nothing else. Let me actually, because either way, it's cutting in and out. Let me reconnect. Hopefully that makes it easier. All right, what were you saying, sir?
1 second. No, I got nothing.
All right, that brings it to Glanthrin. Glanthrin, death saving throw, please.
Ew.
Oof. Oof. You start to cough up a little blood, and you're seeing sort of like lights and imagery as you're unconscious, but it's sort of just starts to fade a little bit.
It's fine. This is just one of my fleshly forms.
Exactly. Exactly. You've been waiting for this experiment, perhaps. So let's go ahead and go back to the top to Pelennor. You see more blood comically splash out of the creature's mouth. What do you do?
Let's see. At this point, I'm just down to cantrips. All right, I'm going to cast. Probably doesn't have a. I don't know. All right, I'm going to cast Word of Radiance.
That's a saving throw for me, right? Dex save.
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame. Yeah, and that's gonna be a Dex save, and yeah, it's radiant. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. All right. That's a big fail. It's gonna do more. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, 3 radiant damage. Man, that's so brutal. How'd I never know that? I've been letting everybody off the hook easy, and I thought I was being brutal. I thought I was being cruel. Apparently, I wasn't being cruel enough. Damn, Jeremy Crawford or whatever that guy's name.
Yeah, no, like the rules for unconscious and like actively being hurt while you are unconscious are real rough.
That's tough, man. Yeah. Oh well. I'm not a DM that's shy from killing people. As anybody that's played with me for a long enough time will be able to tell. But damn, I guess I've been being too lenient. Oh well. I may homebrew that. We'll discuss it. But either way, I'm gonna say that for right now you are still alive. But just barely. Just barely. As you have suffered 2 fails now, right?
Yep.
Yes, 2 fails. Yeah, all the lights, it's just, even your unconscious imagery is going away. Pelennor, you are hitting him with a telekinetic shove. Let's see if I can resist it, as I do take 3 radiant damage, right?
Just myself away from
But I'm caught up in those tentacles, so.
Okay, and this is the first time it's taken damage too, right?
Yeah.
Or did you get some swings in Theobald? Yeah, I don't think you did. So that's gonna go, you're going to try to shove it away. Are you, well, yeah, you're gonna try to shove it, because it is carrying you. So, but maybe you could, yes, sort of shove one of yourselves out of it. Would you like to attempt that with their
Gonna
orgy?
shove. Oh,
Okay, it's fair. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Ooh, big old fail. You free yourself, and you fall 5 feet, right? Or I guess wherever you want, but you can move 5 feet. And then much further, yes.
back up here, and then is this door locked?
No, it's open.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep the door open, but I'm gonna dodge behind it.
Okay. Like totally out of
Okay.
sight.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you do that, it whips a tentacle at you. But you close the door just in time to sort of squish it, and then open it up just enough so that you can sort of pop out of it. But at the moment, yeah, you've got basically full cover.
Get there for a sec.
Okay. All right. Then, unless you've got anything else, we will go to me. I'm gonna keep eating. It's so good.
We know what happens.
Oof, it tastes so good. Old man, it has its ups and its downs, but right now it has its downs as it gets swallowed as Glanthrin, I should say. It's not really well, it's sort of an it now as he chomps away at the bones and flesh of your old ally Glanthrin, and you see his hat sort of just wave its way like a feather into the black oil where it floats on the water as a ridiculously large splattering of blood flies onto the walls and yourselves as you see the tentacle sort of stuff Glanthrin's remains all the way down the tree trunk, and then after a moment the tentacle comes springing out of its mouth with nothing in hand. Oof, rough. R.I.P. Glanthrin. We may have to have a memorial if there's anybody left to do so. Let's find out, as I am going to do nothing else with the remainder of my turn and end it, bringing it to Theobald. Theobald, you see your friend of probably many years die in front of your eyes. What do you do? You may be muted. There you go.
I'm going to try to break free of this thing.
Remember too that I think you both have inspiration. Honestly, I know Eleanor definitely does. So let's see here. It's not for sure. Or actually,
I have that because I'm raging. I have
you
advantage on it.
yeah, make it happen. You need to hit a. Where is it? Oh, okay, that's the wrong thing. Yep, DC 15. Ooh, so yes, you see your friend die, and his blood sparks even deeper rage inside your soul. You flex your arms, ripping out of the tentacle, falling into the water harmlessly. What else would you like to do, sir?
I'm gonna run up here.
Okay. 100%.
I don't have anything else I can do right now.
Can you actually make it that far?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you've got your barbarian speed, 100%.
Yeah.
So you run through the water up to the door. You actually could open it with your free action if you wanted to.
I'll open it. Let's take a look
Okay.
through.
Okay, you break the door down. I can't imagine you're being very gentle at the moment. And it reveals a small hallway that leads to another door back south.
So There's not much gonna happen. There's not much I can do.
Okay. Then it's going to go to Eleanor. Cannot hear you, sir, if you're speaking.
Okay, so I see him on the other side of this thing,
Yeah, and he's booking it.
and I mean, like. All right, so I'm gonna take the dash action.
Okay. That gets you 60 feet, right?
Have to run in and out of that thing's range.
I mean, you know, if there's ever a reason to split the party, not to tell you what to do, do you? But, you know, this seems like a good enough reason if there was one. But, yeah, do not.
Tell you what, I'm gonna hit it with a sacred flame.
Okay. All right, it's going to do a dex save, and it's going to fail.
So I'm gonna do 7 damage to it.
Yep. Yeah, it's got a very poor dex. So it takes some damage. This thing looks like it's in incredible shape still. I'm just being real. Yeah, it's not really it's not really faltering at all.
Alright.
I mean, it's taking damage,
Full
but
cover.
you're getting back into full cover. You said.
Back behind that door.
Okay. As you slam the door closed, he's going to lash back out at you with another tentacle. Ooh, but again, you crush it, and it sort of flails the tentacle backward, and you slam the door completely, or at least enough to where it can't see you anymore. Anything else? Okay. It is going to start whipping tentacles at the evolved 4 to be precise. There it is. There it is. That's the 20 I needed to definitely get you. And he is going to, unless you have any response, go ahead and reel you right back in. And then he's going to go ahead and eat you. But you, having seen what happens when that happens, put your axe out and sort of block its mouth and retrieve it back enough to buy you some more time. And it ends its turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, this was still... Yeah, no, this was its turn. Yeah, so it ends its turn. Theobald, you're back in the thing's grasp. What do you do?
I'm restrained, right?
Correct, yeah, so you would have to break through it to move. I will say this, too. It looks as though perhaps, just to help y'all out a little bit, perhaps you could target, like, the branches separately.
Well, I'm going to target one of the branches that's, holding me, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, because only one was able to actually grab you. Go ahead.
And I will... recklessly attack it.
Alright, let's see it. That's a miss.
And then I will attack it again. Let's do this. Okay, look.
You trying so desperately to get out of this thing. But yeah, it doesn't happen.
That's
anything
my
else.
turn.
Well, you know what? If I'm being a rules lawyer, which you know me, that would have been a disadvantaged attack. So realistically, that was just one attack.
Well, I had attacked it recklessly, so.
Inspiration again for you for being a good rules sport. Because you're right. And so we're gonna go to Pelennor. Unless you got a bonus action, sir. I don't think so.
I mean, I have a free bonus action, but I have nothing to do with it.
Ooh, it's looking dire. Pelennor, you see your friend getting dragged right back into this creature's grasp. What do you do? What are you hitting with the radiant zinc flame? Can't hear you, sir.
Have I been hitting just one part so far?
Yeah, you've just been sort of just targeting the trunk, essentially.
And it hasn't taken any other damage, right?
It's taken a little bit of damage from you, I believe. Only, I think. It's taken a little bit of fire damage. It's still in awesome shape.
Where to holding Theobald.
Okay. Alright, it's gonna do a dex save. And it whips right out of the way. Oh, wait, no. It's still enough. Yeah, it barely misses. And Theobald almost gets hit, but does not, as he's still just kind of getting thrown around in the air. Anything else?
Telekinetic shove Theobald.
Okay. A bit stronger, though. Let's see. What do I need to hit? 15? No. And I do so successfully, and I am so hungry. Like, one's not enough. I need at least two. At least two in my mouth today. Wordy.
That's it for me.
Alright, let's see here. That brings it to me. Man, I'm so hungry. Oof, and that's a hit with my bite. I'm going to do a 26 to you, Theobald. Let's see how much damage it's for. 23 piercing damage. However, you are still raging. So would that be resisted then?
Yeah, but I'm still down.
Oh damn! Oh no! Well, that's the only damaging attack it has. Did you close the door again, Pelennor? Can't hear you. I'm assuming he would have. Yeah. So what that means is, it can't lash out at you, but you know what it would have done is as you were closing the door, make one opportunity attack with a tentacle to try to grab you. So we're just gonna do one instead of 4, and I'm gonna give you half cover for it too. So it's a 7, but half cover gives you a +5 to your AC. I rolled a 17, so that's gonna miss as you once again slam its tentacle in the door. But you see Theobald sort of giving up the fight as his body goes limp right as the door slams shut. Anything else, sir? Or no, this is my turn still. But I have nothing else to do with it, so I'm going to end it and bring it to Theobald, who's going to make a death saving throw for me. Pass it as you know, you've seen what happens at this state, and subconsciously your body's saying nah, not today, as you slowly start to feel consciousness come back to then we'll go back to the top once again to Pelennor.
Eleanor is gonna have a panic attack while the door's closed because he doesn't know what the fuck to do. Everybody's
Yeah.
dead. Stuck in this tomb.
I mean, he's not, you know, Theobald's not dead yet. He's not doing it, though. That is for
Over! It's over, man!
sure.
Game over, man! What do you mean? Like, suck it up. Just a quick prayer to Raza real quick.
And
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Cast resistance on myself.
Okay.
And then,
Anything else?
that's gonna be, you know what? No, that's gonna be it for this turn.
Are you gonna close the door?
Yeah.
You're so successful. You hear the tentacle slam into the door after it's closed. It's gonna go. Are you gonna do anything else, sir?
Nope, that's it.
All right, then I'll go to me, and it's like I can't get this little guy right on my big incisors. Maybe I just need to chew better. Oh yeah, I chewed way better. Way better as I start chewing you up for 2 death saves. 2 death saves, Theobald. And it's like, feed me. Ends its turn. Yep, another success. You got 2 successes, 2 failures. You don't know what comes next. Pelennor, you are up.
I didn't have any failure yet.
Oh,
Oh,
I just
no,
crit against
when-
you, though.
Yeah, when you get hit, that's a critical hit, so you take 2 death save. You take 2 death fails.
And even if I'm being nice using the old rules, I legit crit you, too. So that is tough. That is tough. Eleanor, what do we have? God.
I'm gonna crack open the door and I'm going to Sacred Flame the fucker. Same tentacle that's holding Theobald again.
Ooh, it fails. You see the radiant fire start to burn away at the tentacle.
Nope, because I'm gonna use initiative. Let's get a second roll.
Ooh, for damage? Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, wait.
No, it hits, but the radiant damage is not enough to sever the tentacle.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna re-roll that for damage then. Sorry, I need sleep.
You're good, bro.
Cool.
Closing the door.
That's gonna be it for that character this turn. Yeah.
Alright, opportunity attack. Ooh, it's a 20. Ooh, but you got half cover. What's your AC? I got a 21 coming
AC
at
is
you.
18.
Plus 5. You just barely close the door in time. I start my turn. I chow down. I eat Theobald alive. I start chomping him up, and pieces of armor and weaponry start flying out of my mouth as blood starts spraying across the walls. I push with my tentacle Theobald's corpse down the bottom, all the way to the bottom of the tree trunk. Dies.
DM's using Max.
Oof. We're still in initiative. If you want to be Pelennor, you hear loud sounds of bone crunching from the other side of the door.
Yeah, Pellinor is gonna. Well, the question is, can we even get out the way we came in? No, we fell down a giant hole.
I mean, I think there might have been some doors we missed. So.
Oh yeah. There were several
Oh,
other
yeah,
areas of
yeah.
exploration. 100%. You
All
know,
right,
Grease
so,
is
yeah.
probably gonna be rolling up soon too.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Okay. All right. Then we'll take
Someone
ourselves.
must tell the story.
Someone needs to live here, and you're not confident it would be you if you open that door one more time, because realistically, oh my goodness, it could have grabbed you so many times. But it failed to do so. As you close the door, you walk back into the cat motif chamber once again, and ponder what to do as two of your friends lay splattered dead inside a fucking tree monster or something. So as you ponder it, what's your HP?
24.
You take 6 poison damage as you ponder what the fuck just happened.
What the fuck?
As you breathe in the fresh air surrounding you. And we'll make sure Grease takes that when he starts his turn next time. So, that was, brutal. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I feel
But
less
I'm,
guilty because it's a one-shot, but yeah.
No, but I mean, like, at least we tried, right? Like, we could have, sort of just, like, dilly-dallied and looked at more doors and, like, thought, oh, do we go through here or do we not? Like, I don't know. I was fine with
I like to know when I'm playing Dungeons & Dragons that the stakes are real and that the DM is not going to pull the rug out from under us every time things start to get dangerous. I actually made that mistake when I first started DMing. I started trying to save everybody all the time, and it just got some people took it personally, actually. Like, they were like, why'd you save him and not me, or yada yada yada. And it's just like, you know what, man, the game is more fun when you can die. So
Dude, Mish was there the first time I DM'd. I was running, oh shit, what was it called? Out of the Abyss.
That's a lethal one. Yeah, it's my thing is, like, there can always be another group. Y'all are definitely gonna, create new characters. We'll have a reason to have some new people pop in, trying to escape. So, dying sucks always, but it can't have the highs without the lows, So, R.I.P. Glanthrin and Theobald. I need to use your guys' custom emojis real quick in the chat. Give you a proper send-off. Because not only did I get all of your tokens approved as custom emojis in my chat for subscribers only, of course, but I also got this excellent animated cat fight emoji as well that I should just probably put in a separate message than the R.I.P. Theobald one, huh? But that's basically how it went down. Well, I have at least another session's worth of material for Tamoachan for sure. If you guys would like to finish the dungeon, there's definitely another week's worth of material for sure, if not more, honestly. So if you would like to continue, then absolutely reroll new characters, and there's a million reasons to get you in there. But if you just want to go back to Chult, we could do that too. So, just let me know. Sounds good. So, yeah, let's think it over. We'll do a little group vote or something in the chat. But regardless, you fought well. Meta, that was a roper, basically. So those are known for being unnecessarily challenging, I feel, for their challenge rating. I mean, I got quite a bit of action economy there, for one thing. um, but nonetheless, I had fun. I hope you guys did too. Let's see. Oh shit, I'm gonna. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, So, if you guys did want to continue, we'll talk it over, but we'll worry about that in the group chat. We'll get Rainan's input, since he is also still alive. So, and there is plenty of dungeon left. And like I mentioned, you guys do know a traveling magic item salesman named Yardy who may be willing to purchase whatever treasures he gets out of you guys once you maybe successfully survive this dungeon. So who knows? But that's something to perhaps keep in mind. But you guys decide and let me know. We will talk about it in the group chat. Everybody out there in the etherwebs, thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream as much as we enjoyed playing. If you haven't already, feel free to follow. And as I mentioned, if you subscribe for free with Amazon Prime, you can get access to these custom emojis we've created of all of the players, as well as my cats fighting, and not just this stream, but any stream. So feel free to do that if you haven't already. It costs you nothing if you have Amazon Prime. Otherwise, your viewership is more than enough. So thanks again, and we will see you again next week, as always, at 9. So goodbye, and have a good night.